Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I want to apologize to you right off the bat. I meant to get this up last night, but yesterday afternoon I woke up with an ungodly migraine. Anyone who didn't know me would have sworn down I was having a stroke. It was that bad. I may roll a picture in at the end of it, I don't know. Don't want to scare people too bad. But got out here today, feel much better, and I'm going to do this real quick. I'm going to show you two pot hangers, pot cranes, whatever you want to call them. Pot cranes, I guess. One is extremely simple and requires your stick that you hang your pot on and then one support stick, and that's it. The first one I'm going to show you requires two sticks, but there's a little bit more to it. It requires a little bit of lashing, and then also requires there's two ways you could do it. You can do it with your little improvised drill or a drill of some kind, or with a Swiss Army knife saw. So we'll go into that when we get to that point. Start off with, let's do the very simple one. I think I'm going to do it first instead. So first thing you do with it, you'll take you one stick just to and drill a hole in it. Now the longer your stick, the bigger your fire, the higher up this is going to have to be. But for what I'm doing and the size stick I've got, this one will be plenty long enough. Whew, this is hard. Either it's hard or my drill bit's dull. I don't know which. Or maybe a little bit of both. There we go. All right. And then you get that. Now, let's get the rest of this done. stump over here real quick. All right, drive it in the ground. Take your stick, Y stick, just like we did the other one the other day. All right. Now, take a piece. This is just tarred bank line. You can make whatever kind of knot you want to use. Take it, put it around whatever you're hanging your pot on. Now, take that and run that through your hole. Now this is where it gets real interesting. You need a peg that's smaller than that hole. You need to make it a little bit smaller. I'm sure you see where I'm going with this. Then when you put that in the hole, it wedges that string in there so that it'll hold. Then if you need to let it down, pull your peg out, let it down, put your peg back. Pot crane using only one upright stick. That way you don't have to take two and lash them. You don't have to find one with a fork in it and another one with a fork in it. There you go. Now, you could have very easily took a Swiss Army knife, cut a slot in the top, pulled it over through your slot, tied it around with a half hitch, and done the exact same thing. This is just using different tools, a combination of tools. Now, this next one is going to be a little more labor intensive because there's some lashing required with it. Let's pull this one out. I'll just use that same hole. Okay. This one does require a Y stick. Take string off of this one. There we go. Use a little more string on this one. Good old slip knot with a stop knot, or a Canadian jam knot, whatever you want to call it. Put it on there like that. Take this, come around, Let's see, we're going to change it a little. We're going to do it the other way. There's a reason I wrapped it this way, and I'll show you here in just a second. All right, let me take you out of here so you can see what I've done. All I've done is just went first to one side, then back around on the other. And the reason I wrapped it that way is, as you can tell, since it doesn't have any weight on it, it goes back up. Just like that. Now, when you hang whatever you're hanging on the other end, there's a couple of ways you can do this. You can do it the exact same way we did the other one. Drill a hole through both of these, or through one of them, the bottom one here. Tie this off in a slip knot back here, or whatever kind of knot you want to use. I don't have a hole drilled in it, but we'll get the idea here. And then run it through the hole down here at the very bottom and put your peg in it like you did the other one. The other way, you can take your Swiss Army knife and make just very shallow cuts up that stick. And then, when you put your weight on there to hang your pot, you can bring these around and hook them in those notches to hold it in place. I actually come out here without my Swiss Army knife, believe it or not. So, give me just a second. Let me pause you, run in and get that real quick, and then I'll come back out here and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So bear with me for just a minute. Back again, sorry about that. All right, Swiss Army knife. Saw. See what I've done here. If you look, there's one, and there's one. You can put as many of them up through there as you want. And how that works, take that string just like that, loop it back over itself, just like that. You can also make a loop, a big loop. Like so, on the back side, and then just pull this out, move it up to your next notch, put it in your next notch. back you up a little bit so you can see what's going on here. And then move it up to your next one. And there it is. Back up the other way. There you go. Either way you went, you've made a pot crane using your pot support stick and then one other stick. I know it's kind of a no-brainer, but so many videos you see people making tripods, finding sticks, lashing them together to make a bipod, something to that extent, when with a Swiss Army knife, a little hand drill, and some string, you can take one and do the exact same thing with it. Well, that's all I've got. Like, share, subscribe. It's got a little longer than I intended on it being, but hey, that happens sometimes. Y'all have a good day. I'll get another one up for you soon.